Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Super Bowl 58.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time getting the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And going deep for Hill. They've got his man complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Watson on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Phillips. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And the pressure gets to him again. Channing Tindall, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Here's Mostert.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Dolphins will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 41, Watson. It's Kelce on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Here's Watson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd and goal, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Chubb will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for 2nd place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And, partner, he now just sits one behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On second down, Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Hearns brings it in. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. They'll set up to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Matt Judon, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
A pretty good return, all things considered, but hold it.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Watch out for Hill on the return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a play fake here on first down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. On first down, it's Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half. From the gun on third, Watson.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert. That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Back to throw again.
Oh, Hill, great grab.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 37. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw. And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 37 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. On 2nd and 9, Watson Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Watson now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The 20, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On now the Miami field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So it's a letdown there. They get the ball in tremendous position following the turnover, but they come away empty-handed.
Oh, man, you hate to waste field position like that. Your defense did you the favor of getting you the ball on this side of the 50, but neither the offense nor the kicking team could capitalize.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Channing Tindall
in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 63 yards.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, fourth quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert.
He finds some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
79 yards rushing for him now. A big part, no doubt, of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Matt Judon able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Back to throw, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second and a couple, Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Watson.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb
down at the 25.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, and it's a Packers touchdown from 10 yards out.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down. Here's Mostert again.
And he's got room.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Raheem Mostert.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Dolphins are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watson to throw.
Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Watson.
And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Watson.
Flush to his right.
The pass pulled in by Jones. What a catch. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.